Hello everyone. Once again, my name is Daniel Torrio, and today I will be talking about the life of William Jennings Bryan. William Jennings Bryan was born on March 19th of 1860 in Salem, Illinois, to Silas and Mariah Bryan. His father Silas was an avid Jacksonian Democrat, William's father was a Baptist, and his mother a Methodist. However, they let him choose his own religion. One very interesting fact about William Bryan was the fact that he had devoted himself to oratory and was often giving public speeches and openly debating people and could be seen doing so starting at the age of 4. This is without a doubt a huge advantage as he moved forward in life. After law school, Bryan opened a successful legal practice with his college friend Adolphus Talbot. Bryan was eventually elected as a member of Congress, serving multiple terms as a congressman, and Bryan eventually ran for a seat in the Senate. However, he did not win his Senate seat, but nonetheless, during the 1894 elections, he was very satisfied with the results as his party maintained power. In 1896, William Bryan ran for president, despite the fact that at the time the Democratic Party had been split into two sides. Bryan was able to gain support of many of the Democrats from both sides. Being a phenomenal orator, he traveled the country and gave some 600 speeches in 27 states. It is estimated that he reached nearly 5 million people in the process. As you can imagine, this gave him a huge boost in his ratings, and he was able to gain many voters in the highly contested Midwest states. In the end, however, McKinley won the presidential election, taking nearly 51% of the popular vote and 271 of the electoral votes. Bryan maintained a certain level of political involvement for 7 years after the presidential election, but he was never to be president of the United States of America. He did, however, reach the level of Secretary of State under President Woodrow Wilson. Shortly after that, in the 1920s, William Bryan's political career came to an end. This does not mean he stepped out of the public light. In fact, Bryan simply shifted his focus from politics to religion. Once again, due to his oratory abilities, he quickly grew and became one of the most prominent religious figures in the country. As it turns out, William Bryan was one of the first people to preach religious faith on the radio. I am sure this helped him gain popularity as a religious leader in the country. One of Bryan's major focuses was the idea of evolution. He feared that it was gaining popularity not just in the churches, but also in the educational system of America. Due to this and his stand against evolution, Bryan was called upon during the highly contested Scopes trial. During the Scopes trial, John T. Scopes was debated his choice to teach evolution during a biology class in the state of Tennessee. At the time, it was illegal to teach evolution in public schools all throughout Tennessee. However, in the end, it would seem as though the testimony of William Bryan was not what the court wanted. In fact, the judge expunged Bryan's testimony and asked the jury to render their verdict without it, in which John T. Scopes was found guilty and was fined a sum of $100 for violating the Butler Act, the act that stated it was against the law to teach evolution in the schools of Tennessee. William Jennings Bryan was a man who had his hands on several aspects of the country during the late 19th and early 20th century. He was a lawyer, a politician, and a religious figure, a lot of which can be attributed to his oratory skills as they helped him project his voice and grow in popularity in all the arenas that he contested in. He is without a doubt one of the most eloquent speakers of the time. His contributions to the United States, both in the political fields as well as the work he did for the churches, cannot be understated.